We are starting the week a little bit later than usual. In fact, Tuesday afternoon. Not strictly true, there has been some things going on, but not a great deal, as I was needed elsewhere. My superpowers were called upon in other situations. So we started the week a little bit better than we are sitting at currently. Those details were recorded. We've kind of dropped down another kind of couple of thousand parts actually in the last 2 days. So the strong trend continues, and we've dropped 26 lots since Monday morning, which isn't too shabby at all. Feedback has climbed to 950, although interestingly it says 99.5 there, but it says 99.77 there. When will the two marry up? Who knows? Over on YouTube, we're up to 154, 1,540 something subscribers, and the latest vlog has been tracking at 520 so far, so a little bit slower than usual. 8 views per hour is the little descriptor there, and that is part in thanks to a little plugin that I've got called vidIQ, which is allowing me to track some more statistics on things and look at tags and things within the YouTube channel. It gives you some statistics and things like that. One of the things I would love to do is actually do like a proper little promo video to go on the top here that perhaps looks back at where we began with 2 containers and 2 boxes, and then kind of, you know, like one of those, it was a time of Lego building and collecting, you know, that kind of thing. But so if anyone knows how to make those kind of things and fancies having a go at it, I would love that. I've been keeping all sorts of other stats in new format to make it easier, and as you can see, daily sales in the last week and a bit have been pretty steady, and certainly a great deal increased on months before, and certainly the years before, which is pretty good. I've changed a lot of the graphs over to these kind of things, so that's inventory growth, which is slightly down, that's lot growth. What have we got here? Watching some of the other stores to see how many sales they're doing in a week, to see how I'm progressing along with those. What have we got here? Some average sales stats, weekly sales. As you can see, last week was a really good week, and this week's shaping up pretty well as well. Parts sold versus added month on month, and then grand parts added and lots added over the fullness of time. So plenty of things going on over there. I have picked a heap of orders already, and there are still 11 or 12 to pick, but given that it is 12:46, I'm going to have to make a start on packing orders. So we'll have a quick run through. There's a fair few domestic letter here, one like massive one, and there is an order that came in from Alex, who has bought once before from the store, but it's a monster order, 1,000+ parts. Not too many lots, but a lot of parts. So I'll have a quick run through this kind of medieval eat your heart out, one of those kind of mace ends, and some 3L bars and some plumes, some blue corner tiles there, some dark azure slopes and corner tiles there, a couple of those yellow round brick type things there, a sole dark tan wedge plate, some plates and some brackets. Everything is amazing, awesome, whatever the thing was. Minifigure in black, a goat herder, and a couple of other parts in there, some small parts in there, a whole load of tan 2x2 bricks and square jumper plates, and some other what do you call it, Minecraft parts, probably Minecraft, isn't it? This one, dark tan, and a whole load of kind of minifigure lightsaber blades and other kind of accessories, so possibly Star Wars on that one. A Viking in this one, a Viking girl in that one, and a dark red cape. And this is the another Viking, no, Is it? No, that's Batman. That's Batman. And then this is the big one so far, off to Auckland. Cockles Bay, which made me think of a TV programme when I was little, which I think was called Cockle Bay. But anyway, all white all the way, clearing me out of several bricks and stuff like that. That one getting the tile, as you can well imagine on that one. And as I say, there's still 11 more orders to pick. So plenty to do on that front. Got me coffee, got a list of things to do, which is getting nowhere fast this week, given that we are already a day and a half into it. But there is these sitting here waiting to be sorted out. Now, interestingly, this one, the 60 drawer one, is from Kmart. And I think someone else mentioned this on a vlog or in one of the comments, that you can actually divide these differently. And given that I have heaps of these dividers from all of them, I'll be able to split these drawers into 3s, which will be pretty good for new parts coming in, because generally you've got lower quantities of them than would fill a whole drawer. So I'll be able to divide these into 3, which may sound like, yeah, big wow is what you're on about, but kind of that is up there with the acro mills and the things you can do with those, isn't it? Just seeing if I can find another one. Here's one from the other drawers. Let's see if it fits. Come on, luck be a lady. Oh, they're actually, oh, bloody typical. Right, bear with me. They're not as wide. These drawers are wider. Oh, there you go. So that's those ones. These ones are wider by just a fraction. They don't actually sit in. Well, that's scuppered my plan, hasn't it? That's disappointing. They're wider. Okay, I didn't expect that. Didn't think of that. Didn't take one of those to check it. Now I feel like a fool. But anyway, we've got those to go in, and if you've been watching before, you'll know what's happening. Those two are going around here. Anyone getting to vertigo with me moving around? They're going here, subject to them fitting because they're a little bit wider. And then these AD drawers are going to go over there. So that's the plan for later in the week. And then I say it every week, don't I? I really need to get onto those part outs. Got a couple of videos I need to do. Got to part check some stuff. I've got a buyer for the antique store that's in there, so I need to part check that for them as well, make sure it's all complete. So at the risk of sounding like a broken record, there is plenty to do. Tidying up to do, need to get a bin bag, need to get a stepmom's birthday card and get that sent off, and all of these kind of things. There is 1,000,001 things that I need to get done on a weekly basis, and I'm never getting there, and it's Tuesday afternoon already. So enough chat, postage to do and get sorted, see how many more picked I can get done before I need to go to the post office, and then it will be back to pick the rest of them until they're all done and ready for sending out either the end of the day, probably going to take longer than that, or first thing tomorrow. So I shall be back. Okay, we're at 3 o'clock, another 8 picked, 5 to go, including the big ones, so still a way to go, but this is my cut-off for the post. So quick and easy domestic letter, small parts, dark blue predominantly. Interesting, that one. This one getting the tile. Is this one? I think this one might be going to New Zealand. I think there's a couple of these going to NZ, to be honest. But as you can see, dark red, dark green, medium nougat, nugget, whatever you want, and dark tan, very Christmassy. Again, Christmassy with a whole batch more white in this one. New parts, not long in the store, heading out again, which is good in that one. And then a whole bunch of shields and things in here. A door, which must have been off a Harry Potter set, I would imagine, or castle. Whole load of slopes, and more slopes, some black slopes, and out of character would be a trans yellow windshield. Again, light blue grey plate wedges, circular, yeah, bit spacey, I'm going to say on that one. And then this one, repeat buyer, Elizabeth, big bunch of light blue grey with the usual heavy Technic build up, more Technic in the dark blue grey, a little bit of reddish brown with some slopes and some tiles with studs, a whole load of Technic in black and some Technic in red and white, and getting the tile on that one. So another 8 done to add to the 13 before, with 5 to go. We're playing catch up, getting there slowly, get this done, get it to the post office, and then crack on with the rest. Okay, 5:45. That's been picked, finished. Dark red ingots and some other bits in there. Easy. Interesting kind of mixture of reddish brown, dark green, a little bit of white. Yeah, nice, interesting one, that one. Not sure what it could be. Who knows? This one is especially interesting as it is heading for Lego Masters over in Sydney at Moore Park. So that is a bit of an interesting one. Much appreciated. Interesting. The biggest order, which is actually 2 orders, but it's combined. This is a local buyer snapping up 5 of the old school Storm Snowtroopers, a whole load of trans brown panels, bunch of black, a couple of these. Can't quite remember where they were off. I do kind of remember they're off some kind of ship. A TIE Fighter grill, a lot of dark blue grey, a lot of light blue grey, some yellow railings, and a whole array of trans stuff, and a little bit of white. So, quality order, that one. And then the final one, some kind of vehicle, wheels, a base, windscreen, lots of small parts, and that's that. So there's the final 5, which brings us up to date on the picking. Just finish the packing and the postage, and then I'll get wrapped up with the feedback and adding them to PayPal and all of that stuff, which will square us up for coming at it again tomorrow. Wednesday, just stroke of midday as it goes. 2 Bricklink orders and 1 eBay order in overnight. Obviously I was picking up till the end of last night, so I'm a bit kind of off sync in terms of how many orders are from actually overnight, because some of them would have been last night, but everything else was picked. 2 orders, so not a great deal, but you know, it is a Tuesday night, so generally quieter, but size doesn't matter when they're as big as these orders. So we're looking at like $450, $500 worth of orders from 2. And this, interestingly, is the second order in 2 days going off to Lego Masters at Moore Park in Sydney. I had a little exchange of messages with the buyer. So there's a couple of buyers out there that are getting parts, kind of sneak peek at their feedback. They've done it from a few stores that everyone will be familiar with. They're not building anything themselves, and what they are building will be revealed sometime next year. So season 7 Lego Masters on its way, so that's lovely. 2 big, decent, chunky orders from them. Don't know, it's kind of exciting feeling like you're part of something. I don't think they're replenishing their pick-a-brick wall, are they, from Bricklink stores, but you never know, maybe. eBay, another Darth Vader. So we sold 3 figures on eBay, all of which are Darth Vaders, which is up there with Russell's Chewbacca kind of run, isn't it? I do need to get adding some more figures onto eBay this week. Obviously it's Wednesday afternoon already. This morning is really the first dedicated time I've had in the store, and I do need to jump on to that website project this afternoon. So again, a bit of a stop-start week, but there you go. And this massive order of white, literally just, it's a, what is it, 1,200 parts, a whole bunch of tan, a load of old school trans black, some dark red, clear them out of those tiles, and a couple of other bits in there, including the tile as you would expect, and then a whole bunch of pearl, gold, and a little bit of metallic in there as well, to go with the 600 of those that Lego Masters snapped up. So 2 massive orders, really good. You don't care if the quantity, you don't count the quantity when the value is up there, that's for sure. I had a couple of pickups of some bargain sets. So I managed to pick up 2 of these, which I'm going to part out the minifigures as well. Picked those up for $10 for the pair, and I managed to get another Lamborghini, so that's 3 of those to part out, which is decent. Haven't done anything with the drawers, as you'd imagine, although I have done some of the back-end admin in terms of parts, kind of making sure I'm staying on top of that. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing gone off the to-do list yet either. That is the way it is right now, although we do have a fair few drawers becoming empty and available, which is pretty good, and holes appearing, which it's been a long time since we've done that, and given that we're adding in a bit more capacity, yeah, seems like a strange thing to be doing, but anyway, that's where we're at. So get these sorted and off to the post office with all of the ones I did till last night when I clocked off, and then I'm going to jump onto some other things probably for the rest of today. I am going to collect a minifigure collection, Stormtroopers and Scout Troopers. It's a Facebook Marketplace purchase from someone that I purchased sets from when I was back in Sydney actually, and kind of they had a certain asking price. I've talked them down to something that would make it profitable for the store. It's older school Stormtroopers, so that's kind of a nice one to add into the store. Bit of a deal, and so that'll be the end of today. I might record some of that, but you never know. I might just record them when I get back. It depends on what's going on. So postage, let's get that sorted. So last night's little adventure for a bit of Facebook Marketplace action was pretty productive. A whole bunch of Stormtroopers, some old school ones, some Scout Troopers, blackhead versions, yeah, a whole range of Stormtroopers from different eras, a couple that are pretty much in used quality, and so I've marked them differently, and then a little selection of spare parts as well. These were actually minifigures that were bagged up but not didn't have the right parts, so there's a fair few. I can't remember off the top of my head, but what did I pay? $150 for them all. I think this maybe, I can't remember now how many there is. Anyway, the current inventory average for this lot is coming up about $500, which ain't a bad little return really. I need to get them in the store later today, given that it's already midday and it's been super busy, which explains why it's midday and I've not done anything else on my list. The week is disappearing, isn't it? Thursday afternoon already, and I have done the square root of nothing in terms of getting stuff in the store. But let's have a look. A curious little selection of stuff, various things. A little bundle of slopes and some bricks in that one. 24 tan tiles in that one. Some Technic bricks with holes in the side. A very colourful little scene, which I'm going to guess is going to be some kind of Christmas tree, with those dots being the baubles on the tree would be my guess. Interesting again, a little bit of kind of all sorts going on in there. A lot of Technic parts, some tan, some reddish brown, good stuff. Small order of bits, mainly used I think in that one. And again, obviously someone completing some kind of set with a fair few Star Wars familiar parts in there. 50 of each of those parts, someone obviously creating some kind of hinge bricks. Some more of the Pharrell Williams, yeah, that's him. Mini figureheads going out the door here, along with a Harry Potter and a couple of Ninjago minifigs. Instructions, some helmets, Star Wars helmets, some parts going out in that one, a set going out in that one, and then the bigger two big bag of used on the side here, light blue, dark blue, some black, some other bits, and a chunk of red. And this one again, a whole bag of used, a whole bag of black, some white, and then some assorted other stuff. So yeah, 14. In fact, it was 15 because there are 2 orders in one there. But decent for the middle of the week. Certainly is pushing us closer and closer to a record month. Couple of days left, and we're pretty much where we were last month already. So I said that last month and then nothing happened and I jinxed it completely, so hopefully that's not going to be the case this month. So I'm going to get the postage done. I need to get those in the store, and then, as I keep on saying, I really do need to do something about this stuff here, whether I do a part out or whether I do sorting out the drawers first. Not entirely sure, probably the drawers, because that means I'm putting off doing any parting out, doesn't it? Which is always the case. But yeah, definitely need to get onto the parting out with what's left of the week. So let's get the post sorted. I did forget to mention on the way past this one from Greg, who is a watcher of the channel. So here's your order, Greg. Thanks for the message on the order, and thanks for supporting us. And Ricky will be pleased, as the bricks from the Netherlands have arrived. So Ricky just needs 2 of those. The other 98 are for the store, which is good. I'm just working through putting all of these bits away. Those bricks that aren't available anywhere in... Where are we going? We're going there, aren't we? In Australia, there is none available. They go for $6 US each, which is fantastic. I certainly didn't pay that for them. But anyway, so that's a good almost $500 worth of bricks in itself. I've added that astromech that's been lying around into this BSX file, and then we've got all of the minifigures that we went through earlier on. So that's going to be an upload of 144 items in 26 lots, the first upload of the week, and it is Thursday, 4:30, and that is working out at 1,104 Australian dollars. I just need to go through and put comments on things to get that finished. There has been one order in whilst we were away. Little old Mace Windu, the light up Mace Windu. Oh, there he is. Oh, the force is with him. Is sold. Now, anyone that's been with the vlog since way back whenever, when I picked up this bad boy and he kind of became the mascot of the store for a little while, such is his prestige in the world, is departing. Delighted to see him go. I won't lie. High value item, as you will be aware, but I'm really pleased that he has eventually sold and is going to find a new home with somebody that obviously was hunting for a good old light up Mace Windu in superb condition, like really good condition, like new, no scratches, no cracks. He's a beauty. Anyway, happy with that. It has meant that we are dangerously close to an all-time record. It is the 28th, and we are dangerously close to an all-time record month. We are 2 sales away from an all-time record month as well. So everything hinges on the next 2 days. Hopefully. I haven't jinxed it like I said I would earlier on, but you never know. These things do happen. As I say, it is 4:30. I had an appointment with the missus, with the knee specialist, which has just added to the week of distractions, to be honest, doesn't it? Which makes me sound like a right moaning Karen, as Ricky has claimed that I am, a bit of a Karen moaning about stuff. I've not mentioned the non-shipping seller alert that I had overnight for a parcel that was delivered, and in fact I'd missed a brick in it, so they posted a non-shipping seller alert for that, which seems a little bit over the top. So next part out is going to be these, and as I said before, I'm going to actually part out the Captain Rex figure in these rather than put them into the store. I don't know how many I've got in the store. I will double check that before I do anything. But first things first, I'm going to get these minifigures tucked away, get these up in a drawer, and then we will crack on all of that to the next bit. Okay, it's Friday afternoon, and I've been out and about yet again this morning, grabbing a couple of things. Black Friday, and I've never been outside on a Black Friday, I don't think, certainly not into a shopping mall. That was intense. It was like a frenzy. Never imagined it would be like that, but yeah. But I had to pop out and get a couple of things. Anyway, and I need to pop out this afternoon as well and get a tuxedo. I am going to a charity function tomorrow. So, yeah, not my favourite attire, that's for sure. Someone that lives in t-shirts and shorts. So, 4 orders in, 2 to pick. Just back though, so I'm going to get on with that. There's Mace Window, Sabine Wren, that one getting the tile. And the other ones are all pretty colourful. This one, a lot of dark turquoise and magenta. This one, a whole bunch of 2x2 tiles in blue, yellow, red, and some other parts. And this one kind of, again, slightly kind of, don't know, very colourful at the moment. Maybe that's Christmas. Just had an order arrive. It was literally like some kind of sealed drug package. I'm sure the postman wonders what's going on. Inside was this little plastic bag full of dark blue grey slopes in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14s, which is a very unusual number to pack them in, isn't it? And they're all clipped together, so I've got to unclip all of those, so that's good. And then down here, whilst I was out, can I get this out or not? There we go. Whilst I was out, I popped into the other Lego store. We have 2 here in Perth. Can I do this one-handed? Oh, skills. Scalpel work with the left hand. Ambidextrous, didn't you know? So I popped into the Lego store, and they had a few bits in the pick-a-brick. So let me just tip it out. Save the time. We're trying to be neat and tidy. Oh, yes, I've got some value in this. We've got some lime ones of those. Got a whole bunch of these in trans yellow. Never seen those on a pick-a-brick. There was a few of these left, not very many. I needed some more of them, and I don't really want to buy them online because you pay more for them. Some red ones of those. Some dark purple ones of those. Dark blue of those. Some of these are quite scratched, unfortunately. Well, not some of them. I was wheedling out the ones that were a bit too scratched, and that's it. That's what I got. So a bunch of that. It's going to be well more than the however much it was. And I picked up a couple of sets to part out as well, which I will show you over the weekend. Given that the week has been a bit of a write-off in terms of getting anything back in the store, this weekend is going to be parting out to try and address the balance. Just bear with me a minute here whilst we go to home. We've got 2 orders to pick. 17 lots, 67 items. We've got 4 to post. And for those of you that wonder what my best month ever looks like, that is what it looks like so far. And we've got, what, another 2 days to go. Anyway, a little bit of an insight into the financial aspects of it. And as you know, most Lego Bricklink sellers spend more money than they make. As is the addiction that we all face trying to increase our store lots and part counts. Anyway, that'll help. I've got the 2 orders to pick, so that's next on my list. Then we've got these to put away, that to get away, which will be a nice little hit for today before we get into parting out tomorrow. Which how many parts have we sold this week? We've probably sold over 3,000. I don't know what it is. Shall we have a look? I'll just point you over there whilst I change screens. Yeah. There we go. That's the month, isn't it? It's got a week 48. There we go. 7,961 parts so far this week, which is a lot to try and get back into the store. It's going to take some doing. A couple of big sets would need to be parted out to achieve that, to progress us. So we'll see. Anyway, let's pick these orders before I have to go out and get fitted for this monkey suit, and then we'll get back into it. Okay, pick a brick stuff all counted up and almost put away. Some of it's put away, let's be honest. Anyway, 1,282 parts. I did add a few random bits which were kicking around, and obviously a whole bunch of those dark blue-grey slopes into that. But essentially, I mean, I think it was $30 something for the pick-a-brick cup, and that lot there would be the stuff that came out of that. So pretty much the cost of it covered in the top parts. Everything else is cream on top, so that's pretty good. Good, some minifigure heads that have been laying around, finally got through and identified them, sort of clearing some of a pot, which is good. And there has been some changings around. So the AD drawers have moved from the other side of there round to here to add to that little collection. So that's nice, little addition there. And that means that around this side we now have some new capacity back here. Not that we were full, but we have got that added in, which makes that whole row pretty decent now. Nice, which ain't too bad, is it? You know, for a Friday afternoon. Got the monkey suit, got to collect that tomorrow ahead of tomorrow night's charity event. Yeah, why is it always so hot in changing rooms? Literally sweating bullets trying on this kind of get up, and I'm absolutely melting, and the lady says, "You want a waistcoat?" Do I want a waistcoat? Of course I don't want a waistcoat. I'll melt. I'll actually expire in the event if I went down that track. I need to just spend a little bit of time figuring out the end total for Ricky and his final parts for his Viper. So that needs to be done. Those should be going into D608, but I think there's way too many to go into 608. So here's 608. And as you can see, there's a fair few in there, which is pretty simple to change, right? So I'll just do this quickly because I don't know how many other people know how easy this can be. So all I need to do is get a spare drawer. 201 will do the job. In there you go. And then there's only two. Is that right? Yeah, there's only two to add to that. So then all of those are in 201, but they were in D608. Okay, so this is how I correct my inventory as I'm going. Okay, so you go up to Store Inventory and you click Remarks, and you just put in the remark for the location. So D608 and go, and it brings up all the elements that are in D608. Actually, there should have only been, oh no, there they are, two of them there. So you just change the location to D201, and that's it. Simple as that. Submit changes, and they've gone from there and now in their new location. Pretty quick to move things around. I didn't always know that, so I'm sharing that in the hopes that that makes life easy for somebody else. Anyway, that's that. As I said, kind of the weekend is going to need to be a little bit of hard work. 201, we've got a drawer in the wrong place. 351 is not where 351 should be, because that should be 201, and 351 should be all the way up here. There we are. And then 608 can go back in its rightful slot as it was. That's awesome. Good stuff. Right. So, parting out wise, as I've said, I've got 3 of the Captain Rex microfighters. I've got 3 of these to part out. They're actually up in the cupboard. And you know what? Shall we go and have a look in the cupboard? I know this is a highlight for many people. Me, climbing ladders, risking life and limb. They are very good ladders though, I have to say. Not that I'm sure you can do it with one arm. There we go. Yes, you can. There we go. Three-step ladder. It's everything and more that you could possibly want from a ladder. And we're in the cupboard. Dun, dun, dun. I'm supposed to have my gift for purchase arrive today, which should be the record player. So we've got Lamborghinis and Ferraris. So we've got 3 of each to part out. Sorry, I'm doing this and you can't see what I'm doing. Hang on, let's have a little bit of a move around. Ferrari, Lamborghini, because everyone likes it to look nice and orderly, don't they? So we've got those to go in. We've still got the brickheads at the back there to get done. That, I believe, is on the eBay store. I don't know about those, I can't remember whether they are or not. But that's kind of my little stash. And then back here there's some more of my little stash, which you can't probably see down there, but there's kind of the gift with purchase battle droid carrier and stuff like that. So we've got those to do. We've got C3POs to do as well, as you know. They're down in this bottom cupboard. I'll just move the ladder. See how easily I get up and down the ladder these days. It's effortless. What have we got down here? We've got a couple of C3POs that need done. We've got this Battle of Yavin, which I still can't decide what to do with. Yeah, don't know. Then we've got this bizarre old school AT-TE set, which again, I probably need to have a think about what I'm going to do with this. Oh, there is the instructions as well. Well, that's pretty good. That we've got the instructions, and there are some printed pieces in there that are pretty good. I think what I'll probably do is bring in the BSX file and then sort it by value and work backwards from that, because there's a fair few decent parts in here, unless somebody wants it. If somebody wants it in its state, leave me a message in the comments or drop me an email if you know my email, which you should, or it's easy to find anyway on the website, and we can go from there if somebody's interested in picking that up and moving with it. And then there's Notre Dame in there, because I love those kind of buildings. What else we got? We've got the old Rebels thing there. Got a couple of Christmas sets that the missus bought and has done absolutely nothing with. And then I've got a whole batch of these Lego mugs, which were gifts we purchased at the time, and I've done absolutely nothing with them either. As is the case, isn't it? I don't get on with an awful lot of stuff, do I? And there's still all the other things that I need to do in there as well. So it's a busy weekend ahead. I'm going to wrap it up here for the day. There's a couple of orders in as well that will need picking through the weekend. So there's going to be a non-stop stream of things to get done. But my focus is to try and get the parts into the store to kind of level up where we have had parts come out of the store through the week. So, 7,000-8,000 parts to try and make a dent in. I don't think I'm going to get that many done, but certainly not with microfighters. But you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? So I shall see you back here tomorrow, no doubt, for a bit more of that. For those of you that are interested, I did actually tidy up and get a bin bag. I'm not an absolute pig, but this is looking nice. I'm quite happy with that. It has improved the flow of that, because those AD drawers tend to be lots of things all in one. Like printed tiles and flags and helmets and things like that. Shields, all of those kind of small bits, weapons, things like that. Dwarf hats, because everyone needs dwarf hats. Sailors hats and plates, some green bushes, so loads of good little parts and stuff in there, so that's good to have them all sorted. Anyway, I shall see you back here tomorrow for a little bit more before we wrap it up and post it. It is Saturday morning. What time is it? Can't quite remember. Hang on, let me check my watch. 10 past 10. Been a busy morning. Been at the gym, which yeah, enough said. Anyway, there has been 8 orders in. There's one pending payment on that, of which there are 412 lots. One of them is a huge order from Kiwi Phil. What that means is we are way past our record month ever to 211 orders, which I think 197 might have been the record previously, which is amazing. I have picked 2 orders that came in last night. Both of these are local collections, so and both again collected today, which is why they're picked. And in fact, the order that's yet to be paid is being added to this order already. So the first one is a lot of blue, a bit of dark tan, a bit of orange. Interesting little one, could be anything. Your guess is as good as mine. And this one is a repeat buyer who is building a huge city, and this is parts for a modified jazz club, double-sized jazz club. And I've actually had a phone call with the buyer this morning to talk about a couple of the parts that he ordered in the second order, which were these inverted tiles with studs on the bottom, which he's planning to do roofing with, and he's going to test out what he wants to try and achieve with that before coming back with another order, hopefully. So there's some musical instruments, there's a whole load of trans coloured bricks, a little bit of light blue grey, dark blue grey, but a lot of white because he doesn't like grey roofs on his mocks. So there you go, 2 good decent orders overnight, and 7/8, even though one's in there in already. So we're already, or I don't know why I say we, it's just me, isn't it? But we, because you're with me on this marvellous viewing extravaganza, already into the first of the part outs. Was getting stuck into the Captain Rex one, just about to record the parts selection for that. It is not a lot of parts, let's be honest, and given that currently this week has been 11,500 parts, we've got no chance of catching up on that in one single day, given what we've actually got to part out. So we've got those 2 Speed Champion things. We've got a couple of Mona Lisas, which I think from memory is about 1,500 parts. And obviously we've got C3PO in there as well, but he's about the same. So even at that, what we're talking, 6,000, maybe 7,000 by the time we've got up in the top cupboard here. Once we got through those that we saw yesterday, but I don't know, it's like having your own store, innit, when you've got a whole raft of stuff like that, but that's good. And yeah, so there's always lots that I want to try and get done in the day, and time will be against me. Luckily the first part out was pretty short, but I do want to build up a bit of a bank of these part outs videos for over the holiday period, when I will be taking a little bit of time off from doing the vlogs. Not too much though, fear not, I'll be with you all the way. But this little setup feels quite good this morning. I'm glad I kind of changed that around this morning, yesterday even, but certainly be useful through today doing the part outs and whatnot. So I'm going to crack on with the part of the video. There's a lot of parts in that sentence, and I'll just kind of keep you updated as we go through the day. Tomorrow I'm going to do picking orders, so I mean it's 1st of December tomorrow, so whatever comes in through the rest of the day is literally just bonus for this month. I mean, this is a record breaking month, the best month ever in terms of revenue, in terms of parts sold, although this week currently is a little bit down, but it's the weekend and you usually enter the weekend down on the statistics on Brick Freedom. But as I say, they kind of track like for like. Been sitting thinking about other videos for the how to open a Bricklink store as well as I've been doing this. Just little thoughts, jotting those down as I go. So all of that's pretty good. Only thing I need to do today is pop to the shops and get me monkey suit for tonight's event. So let's get on with this, and then I'll catch you up in a little while.